Okay, so we are back live and in living color. Finally. Man, I miss streaming. Okay, so first things first, before I switch over to the game, you guys have to close your eyes. Because I've got 2 videos that are still posted to come out next week, already recorded, so no looking around, no snooping. Don't want to make any spoilers. Alright, so let's get into the game and see what in the hell we can break today. And I don't have my full setup done yet. I only have 1 monitor, so don't expect me to answer questions on the fly. I'm gonna have to stop whatever I'm doing and switch over to the other screen to see what's going on. So let's get into this shit. Also gonna have to switch back and forth for the changelog because I don't have a changelog, and I might actually talk to shit. Who was it? Maybe Crazy can figure it out. Because I do believe there's a way to get chat in my Minecraft chat. It isn't going to help me for other games, but at least for Minecraft chat, it could show up down here. Might have to talk to Crazy about that. I know I can get Discord chat down here. But I don't know about YouTube and stuff. And speaking of Crazy, good morning, Crazy Woman! How's that audio now, Greg? No, Bear does not have a smartphone. I technically have one, but it's in the truck and it doesn't have service. So I probably could pair it to my router or connect it to my router to be able to do it through Wi-Fi, but I can't see the thing. So it wouldn't do me any good. I need a tablet for that. But you should be able to hear a little bit of the Minecraft music right now. Yes, I need a tablet. Convince Junior I need a tablet. Junior don't want to buy a tablet. Here, we'll open doors. Is that making sound? I can't watch and see that it's making sound. Okay, doors make noise, then we're good. Alright, so change log. Dun, dun. So Greg just needs me to test the things I haven't already tested. So we're going to get over that first. We're not going to do things in order today. And then we'll go over the stuff I've already looked at and that I've already kind of showed off in videos. So I guess Greg needs to change his not yet released. Happens when bug fix needs to be released. Bear is still testing GT6 even though he can't stream at the moment. Because, well, now Bear can stream again. I've been indirectly asked through Bear to do the GT6 tool compact for... Okay, I read that already and told the person that asked about it. That's the progressive automation. Can't take anything but vanilla tools or vanilla style tools. Compat for Per Fabrica. Add Astra or PFA for us that don't like to try to spit all that mouthful out. If custom origin is not installed, PFA still works. Means PFA blocks exist, but they won't generate. Because of this likely intended thing, I will now generate the 25 rock types with my own stone layer system along the other stuff if PFAA is installed without custom origin. Okay, so that's just the stone layers. That is not the ores, correct, Greg? Made sure all ores actually work. What the hell is Relgar? Red gem ore made of arsenic and sulfur did not have any material data. So did that mean you're giving it material data or it's just not going to be used at all? I did test the PFA World Gen stuff myself. Good, because I'm not loading it up just for that. Not the ores except the clay pits, which have PFAA clays in them too now. Okay. So it'll just be the stones if you're into fancy decorative yucky stuff. The advanced crafting table stuff we already went over. That's just the items moving around better and all the fixing he did with it. Magnesite and magnesium carbonate are now the same material like they should have been. Which, speaking of, I do believe I have now found the two different magnesite ores because they actually have different numbers on them. But yeah, you can see where it says magnesium carbonate on it. Instead of saying magnesite, they say magnesium carbonate. And I think I have the actual ores up here too. Let's see. It's gold. Tetra, there's one of them. There's the 8016. And there's the 9121. So yeah, I've actually found both of them now, Greg. In my moving around. You can now roast Railgar. But Railgar is just something from PFA, right? It's not something we're going to get. And are you just doing the dust, right? You can smelt it into arsenic. You can electrolyze it into arsenic and sulfur. You can roast it and get 2 small piles of arsenic dust and sulfur dioxide. But the gems, you're not going to be able to smelt them. You're going to have to break them down to dust first. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. It's probably a byproduct somewhere, not important at all. Okay. Yeah, since it's just arsenic, it's not really important. Unless you want to spike somebody's tea, you know. All right. The collected sound for auto collecting for tools is now matching vanilla sound and pitch. Sound in pitch and volume, which is awesome because I actually noticed that the other day with the construction pick that I made. Again, no spoilers. Y'all don't know I have this, so stop looking. I don't think that one came out yet. That one might have came out today. But there you go. Wait a minute. It's 9:53. I think it comes out today in like 7 minutes. Okay. Battery boxes were not able to charge tools unless a battery was inside of them to make them able to accept power. So for this one, we're going to have to cheat because we have not gotten to power in this world. I thought there was nothing I needed to cheat for, that I'd be okay in this world. And apparently I missed that one. So let's get a LV battery box. By the way, I have a terrible, let me empty my inventory. I don't need all this crap. I'll deal with this crap later. Team sandwich. Sorry, had to be done. Keep the wrench. I might need the wrench. Alright, so there's an LV battery box. And actually, let's get a second one because we're just going to use that for powering it. Take a debug scanner and throw it in there. Since it works as a battery, it should then charge this one. And then I need a, and I can't cheat in a crafted one. I have to craft one, don't I? So let's just make a screwdriver. Think it'll be somewhat easy to throw together an LV screwdriver. Alright, that screwdriver tip will work. I hit the wrong button. So I need a screwdriver tip. I've got the screwdriver. I need a motor, battery, a screw of the same material, 2 rings and 2 curved plates that have to be tungsten or galvanized steel. Alright, so we need 2 curved plates, 2 rings. Where are there's rings and plates, and the LV motor should be in here as well. Holy crap, I don't need that much. I need a oh, it's all one word. Tungsten steel screw. That's a bolt. There's a screw. And then a lithium battery will be perfectly fine. Where is the... That's ULV. I need LV. Alright, let's see if I can throw this together real quick. That and that. That and that. And sorry if anybody's saying anything. I'm kind of not looking at the moment. I'm trying to throw all this together. Where is my screwdriver? Hello? Throw it over here, did I? Aha! Moved all my tools over there. Stop moving your tools over there, dumbass. I go over here. Alright, screwdriver, LV. And since when is it orange? Alright, let me look at chat real quick. Yes, Bear equals cheater right now. You can spike someone's tea with GT6 and arsenic. I knew you could make the potions. Oh yeah, you can put stuff in food now, can't you? I forgot about that update. You can put yeah. New ones are orange. Okay. I hadn't noticed that. I guess I hadn't made a new one yet. Says it's charging, but it's not charging the screwdriver, Greg. Why is it? This is put the right direction because it says it's received charge, but it's not. It's not charging, Greg. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Is that screwdriver full already? No, it says 0, doesn't it? Oh, it is charging now. It just took it a minute. I don't know why it took so long for it to start charging, but it's charging now. But no, it was 0 when we were looking at it. But yeah, it's charging. Seriously slow, but it is LV, and that is a huge battery it's got to charge, and it's only got one battery in here. But yeah, it's charging, but man, was that a delay. Alright, so it will charge without there being a battery in there now. So let's throw this stuff in here. And I shouldn't have anything left in here but my screwdriver. And that is mine. So let's get out of cheat mode. I hate being in cheat mode. Bat box needs to be half full before it charges. Ah, okay. That makes sense. So since it was a new battery box and there was only one battery leading into it, it took a while to get the internal. Okay. I got you. Alright, so that's done and dusted. Let's see. Aquaregia processing ores emitted too much water, effectively turning oxygen into hydrogen, has been fixed. And I think that's the Aquaregia ones that I normally don't do. I don't remember. Let's see. Cassiterite gives thionite, hydrochloric, and nitrogen dioxide. Oh no, Sheltonite is the one I do. Okay. So chloroplatinic acid, nitrogen monoxide, and only 4.125 units of water. I don't remember what it was before, but that is the way it has changed. Copper is only going to give 3 units of water. Don't know if that's changed or not. Gold is 3. That's all the regular platinum group stuff that's 4. Copper and gold is 3, and the platinum group sludge stuff is 4125. Do we have a... No, Ethered, I just bugged him about it the other day. Still don't have that yet. Let's see. Air vents now do 256,000 liters per 360 ticks at a time instead of only 16,000. Which when I gave Greg shit about this a while back, he's like, it's supposed to be early game. It's not supposed to be fast. But now he's fixed it. They have an offset of ticking 2, so you can use multiple vents on one pipe, drum, etc. now. So that I will test out with my roaster setup I have on the other one later. But I'm sure Greg has tested that out himself. There's now more galena veins in the world. This I've actually found one. You can find them up in mountains. I found one above a tetra vein. He changed a bunch of ores that he deemed to be way too useless years ago and has added them back now, but they are not required for anything. Old worlds are safe as always. And I do believe that is like the talc is back, and I'm trying to think. I know I found talc the other day, and I think there was a few more, but I don't remember what they were. Let's see. NEI handler for putting tool heads on handles. This is the big one that I wanted to see. So if we go look up a soft hammer, right down here, it now shows a rubber hammer head and a tool head, but it also shows acacia and a stick, or alder and a stick, applewood. So he added his own NEI thing for it, and it'll show all of the different tool heads. And a stick that can be used for it. Now that should also work for everything else. So the pickaxe, man, I got to get the curtains to blind out this room. I cannot see for shit on this monitor. So that is the regular one. Do we actually need this one anymore, Greg? I don't know why it's only a bronze pickaxe and any stick, but do we need that page anymore? But there's all the pickaxe heads with a stick. So that is awesome that that is fixed. Because that was something that was really lacking for people to know how to make that soft hammer, because it only showed rubber and I think plastic. Alright, crushed purified biotite can now be heated in a dryer to make argon gas. Biotite is a byproduct of black granite. Is there even a way of getting it? Red granite, black granite, and regular granite. 42, okay, it's 42, so you can get it somewhat early. You can get it from the sifting if you get any of those in their sand or gravel form. That's biotite ore, which I don't think actually exists. But this used to be the only thing you could do with it, which, Greg, you did the spacing thing in the machines, but you didn't do it in the tooltips. And the tooltips is where I found it the most annoying. I was just getting ready to go, Greg, what the fuck's with the spaces? And then I remembered you didn't want to use commas or periods because I think we use them differently across the pond. So you used underscores to space them out, which is fine. It just looks weird. I'm used to commas. But it is easier to read than commas, because sometimes if your eyes ain't working too well, the comma will look like a period, but I never think anything's a period unless it's got only two places after it, or it's got a long ass string with nothing in it. Alright, so where is this roaster recipe? It does have to be dust, right? Isn't that what it said? Oh, crushed purified. Fuck, I can't even read. Where in the hell are you getting crushed purified? Unless that's a thing you added to the world that I don't know about. So yeah, you get tiny refined out of it, or a full refined if you're doing the big one. And you get 45 liters of argon, which will give you a use in the crystallization crucible. I don't know where in the hell you're going to get that shit. If I can figure out where we're going to get this crap at. That's the sifter thing. Sluice from... Okay, so we can get it from the asbestos ore stuff. I don't know what diatomite is. Gives opal, whatever the hell it is. Mica, I think that's one of the other ones that Greg added back in, but I'm not sure. Vermiculite, cryolite stuff again, and this is just a redo. So you can get it. It just ain't going to be the easiest thing to get a hold of. Alright, so let's look at what is next here. Gypsum, Trona, and Mirabilite. I hope I'm saying that right. Now have recipes to create them by mixing some chemicals with water. They can be dried back too. Pearlite now has a drying recipe that turns it into obsidian dust as well. And Pearlite, Greg said there was very little. There was like one mod that added that crap. He doesn't add that crap. I'm guessing this recipe for the Trona is if you want to make it, because it's one of the ores that he added in. And I have no idea what Trona is or what in the hell you would do with it. But you can dry it or you can make it. Now I got a damn Enderman floating around. Come here, jerk. Drop your balls. Well, one of them. That works. We'll take it. Oh, I got two of you jerks floating around. Come here. Dude, hit the guy already. Oh, I forgot to tell him to drop his balls. I didn't get one from him. Ah, steam sandwich. Nothing better than a good steam sandwich. Which tooltips? The main one that I had a problem with the other day was, which one was it? There was a tooltip that had, I was looking at anvils, and I was looking at the durability of the anvils, and I had to count the zeros to figure out what the durability was on the anvil. That's where I had the problem. Because I was okay with the bronze and the steel, but then when I started getting up into the iridium and the antimony, that one maybe could use it, but mainly the iridium and the antimony were the two I was like, well, is that 100,000 or is that 1,000,000? As those are kind of long numbers. And thanks, Benjamin, for noticing that, because, yeah, I probably would have never noticed that one. Yeah, PFA and IHL use it as far as I know. Oh, that Pearlite stuff? Okay. And Crazy's probably already gone, but bye, Crazy! Alright, give Greg a second to get caught up. Let's see what's next here. Oh yeah, this one I definitely haven't looked at yet. Iron and hydrochloric acid now have a few more chemical reactions. So I need to check out how Greg did that. So apparently, how do we spell hydrochloric acid? So let's look and see what it has here. So that's borax dust turned into hydrogen borate, salt water, and water. Not what I'm looking for. Calcite, which gives you calcium chloride, water, and CO2. Not what I'm looking for. Calcium chloride, and hydrogen. Not what I'm looking for. And nori, which I don't even know what it is. And there is iron dust. Hydrochloric acid gives you ferrous chloride and hydrogen. I'm hoping there's one for actual hematite. Magnesium gives you magnesium chloride, magnesium carbonate, yoric iron dust, ferrous chloride, that one, pig iron, pyrolusite, that's an old one I know of, sodium hydroxide. There it is. There's the one I was looking for. So hydrochloric acid and molten hematite will give you ferric chloride and water. And then the ferric chloride you can put in a mixer with Aroni dust, which I think is just it's a type of iron. Okay, so you put some type of iron with ferric chloride and you get ferrous chloride. And then that you can run in a smelter and then an electrolyzer. So if you want to use hydrochloric acid, you can do it this way and get your iron out, or you, unless he's changed it, you'd be able to just, he changed it. Okay, because you used to be able to electrolyze the hematite directly. So now you have to do this to electrolyze your hematite. Okay. So now if you want to get iron out of the hematite, you need to mix it with hydrochloric acid. Gives you your you're doing 90 liters of hematite and 1,500 liters of hydrochloric acid. Then you can't cook it down in a smelter. You can then mix it with an iron dust, which it takes 8 of them to do, and it gives you 9 ferrous chloride. That has to be put in a smelter, which can be done in a crucible, but screw that shit. I don't know why people like doing that way. And then 432 liters will turn into an iron dust. So then you're going to have to loop the iron dust back to be able to create more. So you're always going to have a little bit of iron dust being used to get that, but that's cool. That makes purifying hematite a little more interesting, I guess. Nitric and brick. So you didn't do a magnetite that way. So do we still have the regular magnetite molten recipe? No, that's molten vanadium. That's the one I need. Okay, so regular magnetite you can still electrolyze at 98 EU a tick. Okay. Want to make sure that was still in there because eventually I do that. Not too much. I usually have most of my magnetite used up by then. Wait, but how do you get molten magnetite? Should just be in the smelter. Did you change that on me? Yeah, same way as before. Magnetite dust in the smelter gives you molten magnetite. That hasn't changed, Greg. Unless you intended it to change. If you intended it to change, no. It didn't change. I need to check things. Greg needs to check things. Other words, bear, bend over. Greg's about ready to fuck you. Now screw my shit up. All right. So let's see. Vanadium steel fluid pipes. This is awesome. This actually will make me shut up about not being able to get vanadium quite so early, because I've been complaining about not being able to get vanadium steel as early for pickaxes, and now he has added a vanadium steel, if I can find it, steel, stainless steel, regular steel, tin alloy. Where in the hell is it? That's tungsten carbide. That's tungsten steel. There it is, vanadium steel. So it is a pipe that can handle acid now. So we can use it instead of stainless steel or tungsten if we want for handling acid, or gold, because we have those too. They're 400 and stainless steel is 250, so they're a little bit better than the stainless steel and way better than the gold. And where are they compared to tungsten? That's tungsten carbide. Where's the regular? Oh, iridium can handle acids too. I thought there were regular tungsten pipes. Where the hell? There they are. So tungsten are 350 for small. Vanadium steel is 400. So vanadium steel is actually better than the straight tungsten one. So that's nice. That gives it a use. I thought you'd like that, Greg. All right, porcelain cup recipe. I've already looked at that in a video. See if there's anything else I need to test. 2 more variants of black sand. We've already looked at that. Clay. Okay, so we're pretty much done. Let's look at these things just to be thorough. So there are 3 black sands now. There is why is it showing me only there we go. So you have the regular black sand, you have basaltic black sand, and you have granitic black sand. The only difference in them is that this one, you sift it, you get magnetite, or I think it's actually I think it's only the centrifuge recipe that changes. So you get the magnetite and the vanadium pentoxide, 90% and 10% chance. Your magnetic separator gives you rocks, nuggets, and tiny gold with a chance on each of them, magnetite at 99, and then sifting it gives you 99, and then rocks and nuggets, where the basaltic will give you basaltic mineral sands, which is still magnetite as far as processing it goes, but it gives you gabbro rock. I thought Greg changed that to give basalt, not gabbro, but maybe he did it the other way. But then the centrifuge is still exactly the same. You just get the basaltic mineral sands, which when you put it in here turns into iron just like magnetite. So it's the same exact stuff. And then the granitic is black granite, which last time I swore it was regular granite. So I think he changed that on me again. Magnetic separator gives you black granite rock. And the basaltic gives you gabbro. So that's the only thing that changes. Otherwise, it's still magnetite. It just has a different name on it for the dust stuff. Gabbro is a type of basalt. Oh, okay. Well, it's just weird when we have actual basalt, we don't have gabbro, that you give us a rock that we can't get in the world unless we have a mod that adds that rock layer, that is. I just thought it made more sense that it gave you basalt instead of gabbro. Unless you're doing it specifically so people can have that kind of rock. But it looks like basalt anyways. But okay, I'll go with it. I still think it's weird, but I'll go with it. Okay, and then we have the clay change that happened. So this one's going to make me kind of a dick. Retroactively make me a dick. Basically, I can't remember if it was E99 or Trends that wanted to change what you got out of the clay electrolyzing recipe. One of them wanted to change it, and I was like, no, leave the clay electrolyzing recipe alone. It's been the same since like GT1, GT2. It's always given lithium, sodium, and you can't take those out of there. And then Greg has to go and do this change where clay powder, you now dry it into dry clay powder, and it doesn't give you lithium and sodium. It just gives you silicon dioxide and aluminum. If you want the lithium and the sodium, you have to go for the proper color, being brown clay for lithium, which is lithium hydroxide, which is awesome because straight lithium sucks because it has like no use, where lithium hydroxide does. We don't have to mix it with hydrogen to make lithium hydroxide. And then sodium is the bentonite clay, the yellow shit. Wait a minute, where'd the sodium go, Greg? Why did you break the yellow clay? It literally says Na right there. There's no sodium. Alright, I gotta check everything because Greg's breaking shit again. Brown clay we checked. Red clay is supposed to be potassium. No potassium. And blue clay gives magnesium, so that one's right. And kaolite should give us calcium, which who gives a fuck? Okay, so Greg, why did you break sodium and potassium? Why you gotta be fucking with shit? You also get less lithium out of it if it's lithium hydroxide. That is true, but the lithium hydroxide is more useful. So I'm perfectly fine with that. But yes, somehow you broke sodium and potassium. Neither one of them are working. Yellow clay and the red clay are only giving clay powder out. There's no other byproduct in here. Good thing I checked these. Everything else looks perfectly fine. Oh, and one thing he doesn't have in the changelog is there's now a nugget mold. Somehow, him and I both completely spaced on a nugget mold. Crazy actually found that we didn't have one. So you can now make a nugget mold with any of the normal nuggets. I usually don't make a nugget mold, so I spaced it, and I have no idea how in the hell Greg fucked it up, but Greg never added one. Bentonite clay should have sodium hydroxide, and red clay should have potassium hydroxide. Now, if they're giving out lithium, sodium, and potassium hydroxide, wouldn't that mean that they should give out dry powder rather than the wet powder? Or are you just saying there's hydrogen in there somewhere? And is there not a calcium hydroxide? Because the white one gives out calcium. Why didn't you do it across the board and have this one give calcium hydroxide and this one give magnesium? I don't know if there's a magnesium hydroxide. I honestly, there's magnesium chloride, magnesium carbonate. I don't see a hydroxide though. There is some in there somewhere, and there was no good calcium material I could dump in there, and limestone wasn't good enough. Okay. All right. Well, once Greg gets that fixed, I think it's time for release. I do need to show one last thing real quick, and that is you can actually make the porcelain cups now. If I can see this damn screen over this glare. Oh, okay, so there's porcelain dust, which you make the porcelain dust from a mixer of any of the clays, I do believe. I don't think it has to be. Does it really have to be kaolite? Oh, yeah. It definitely has to be kaolite. Alright, so the white clay makes sense since porcelain's white. So the white clay or kaolite dust and And any kind of quartz and potassium feldspar will make your porcelain dust. And then that and a knife and a rolling pin will make you a molded cup. And that will cook into these little guys that have just one drink of contents holdable. So not really useful. I actually emptied mine with a bottle. Right there's the potion of night vision that were in them. I decided to just throw them in there, except for this one. This one had mead and I drank it. So they're just decorative at the moment. So because I did not look at the screen while you said that, do red and yellow clay give out their respective hydroxide materials? Clay. Okay, so red clay does not give anything. It gives clay powder only, no sodium hydroxide. And yellow clay does not give out anything but clay powder, no sodium hydroxide. Those two are broken. Everything else works perfectly fine. Magnesium and calcium. And lithium. All right, so I do believe I have to get ready to go for a trip for the evening. So y'all have a good one. Greg will release soon. As soon as he figures out his clay broken stuff. So y'all have a good one. I will hopefully be back tonight while most of you are asleep and stream something. And I will try to figure out when we're going to stream normally now. I haven't quite figured out what time that's going to be now because I just got moved in here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm glad to be back streaming. And I will see you guys next time. And remember, if you need the release, check Greg's website or our Discord. It'll pop up in there when the release is out.